I hope you guys are well. For today's video, I'm gonna bring you along every night this week as I make dinner for our family. I have tons of easy family meal ideas to share with you. Here's how I chose the recipes. We want them to be easy, obviously. We want them to be fast. We have a lot going on. Our kids are involved in sports and after-school activities 4 weeknights a week, so we don't have a ton of time. I need them to be low ingredient. I want them to be as healthy as possible for my family, while also making sure that they are still kid-friendly. We don't have time to make multiple dinners a night, so one dinner that will feed the entire family that everybody will like. I also want them to be adaptable for you, so I chose recipes this week that you can swap main ingredients out to meet whatever your family's needs are, whatever your kids prefer. Here's the plan for each dinner. I'm gonna share with you the ingredients that we need. I'll share the method that I do, just a quick little method. I'll share if there's any swaps that we like to make it more kid-friendly or to meet Stephen and I's nutritional needs without having to make multiple dinners each day. And then I'll show you what the end result looks like. I'm gonna try to make it as quick as possible and not waste any time. We are gonna get to the point because I want to help you and give you more ideas. I love family dinner videos that can give me just quick ideas for my family. So that's what I'm gonna share with you guys this week. If you're new, welcome. My name is Trisha Miller. I hope you'll hit that subscribe button and stick around. Let's start with tonight's dinner. Let me grab all the ingredients and we'll get started. Okay, dinner tonight is chicken stuffed baked potatoes. So you're gonna need some potatoes. We are a family of 5, so I have 5 potatoes here. I got a rotisserie chicken to save time. You could certainly cook some chicken in your crock pot and shred that. You could do ground beef, you could do ground turkey. You can do any type of protein inside of your potato that you want. And then another thing I'm gonna top it with is some reduced fat sharp cheddar cheese. We'll bake that in the oven. Then for some toppings, we love to add green onion to ours, some fat-free vanilla or plain Greek yogurt. That's always a nice substitute for some sour cream. You could also just put sour cream on top of there. This is a little bit strange, but I love crispy beets. This is a new find for me. It's a Fresh Gourmet brand. Have you had these? I'm gonna put these only on top of mine, but I just wanted to share that for anybody who's looking for something new for their toppings. And then as sides for these, we're just gonna cut up some Brussels sprouts, get those cooking in our air fryer, and then I'm gonna add some strawberries to the sides as well. All right, let's start baking our potatoes. Let's all ignore my crusty baking sheet. I probably need to replace that thing, but I'm putting parchment paper down because it will make cleanup so much easier. And since we are short on time for those busy weeknights, anything I can do to cut the cleanup time, I'm gonna do. And then I just take my fork and I put holes inside the potatoes, and I am gonna cook the potatoes in the oven at 450 degrees for about 25 minutes. Then I'm gonna bring them out and I'm gonna spray some oil on them, put a little bit of salt on them, and then I'm gonna stick them back in for longer until you can easily pierce a fork through the center of it. That's how you know they're done. And while those are baking, I'm just gonna go ahead and shred my chicken, get my Brussels sprouts ready. This is a good dinner that you can prepare well in advance if you need to. So I can get the baked potatoes done. I think it was a little bit after lunchtime when I did it this day. And then those will keep until dinner later on that night. And you could do the same thing with the vegetable. So I'm getting the Brussels sprouts ready to go and cut and prepped. And that way I can just throw them in the air fryer right before dinner. So anything that I can prep ahead of time saves me so much time during dinner. we're all my fellow Brussels sprout lovers. I love air fried Brussels sprouts. And when I spray that avocado oil on there and put a little bit of garlic salt on there, oh my gosh, they taste so good. All right, so now it's closer to dinner time, so I'm gonna cut my potatoes in half. And I like to just use a meat masher to just kind of mush up the middle of the potato just a little bit so that I can make more room for the fillings that I want to put in. So once I get those kind of mashed up a little bit, I'm going to take my chicken, lay it on top with some cheese, and I'm just going to pop it back in the oven just to get everything a little bit warmer, get my cheese melted, and then I'm going to add my toppings. Baked potatoes are such a good starchy base for any type of dinner. You could make pizza potatoes, taco potatoes. There's so many possibilities. So don't forget about those potatoes. They're very affordable and just very customizable for any type of family dinner. All right, tonight's dinner is gonna be a spin on Mississippi pot roast. My family loves the flavors of Mississippi pot roast, but a chuck roast is pretty expensive. So I have a lower cost alternative for you guys where you keep those flavors, but you're not spending as much. And so it's gonna be Mississippi meatballs. Let me grab all the ingredients and we'll get started. This is such a tasty dump and go crock pot meal. I love a crock pot meal, especially in the cooler months. So here's what you need. Grab any meatballs that you want. I'm going for turkey this time because I just want them to be a little bit on the healthier side. I'm doing a bag of baby carrots. You could add whatever vegetables you want to this, but I know everybody in my family will eat some carrots. Then for our seasoning, we're gonna do some au jus gravy mix, some ranch seasoning. The recipe will call for some peppers and some butter. I'm not gonna put the peppers in ours because my kids won't touch it then, and I'm not gonna do the butter because I'm trying to make it a little bit healthier, and I think the flavor is wonderful without the butter. Then when it's all done tonight, I'm gonna make some mashed potatoes, instant mashed potatoes for my kids, and we're gonna put it all on top of the mashed potatoes. And then for Stephen and I'm gonna do some mashed cauliflower and put ours on top of that. All right, let's get it going in the crock pot. I always like to pre-mix the sauce for this recipe because that way it ensures that all the meatballs and all the carrots have all the different flavorings for this sauce. When I tell you this sauce is good, you guys, this sauce is so good. My family goes wild for this dinner and it is so easy, and oh my gosh, the crock pot meal in the winter is the greatest thing ever. Tonight's dinner is a chicken pot pie biscuit bubble up casserole. It's so good, and it's freezing outside today, so this is gonna be the perfect warm, cozy comfort meal. I don't have to make any changes to it because everybody in my family loves it according to the recipe. This is one of those meals that takes minimal time, minimal effort. I have some shortcuts I'll share with you, but it looks impressive. It looks like you spent so much time making it, so this is good to take to a potluck and impress your friends, or just for a busy family night. All right, let me go grab the ingredients and we'll make it. Okay, here's what you guys need. Here's my shortcut for you. I just got some already cooked chicken that's already cut up. I'm just gonna cut it up a little bit more to make it smaller. You could get a rotisserie chicken because I'm also gonna use up the tiny bit of rotisserie chicken that we have. But you want to aim for about 2 chicken breasts when you make this. You could cook the chicken breast in your crock pot and shred it that way too. You're gonna need some cheese. I'm gonna do some sharp cheddar, but you can use any type of cheese that you want. Some frozen mixed vegetables. Here's another thing where you can just choose whatever mixed vegetables you guys want. You can use fresh vegetables as well. I just happen to have some frozen ones. A can of refrigerated biscuits. I'm doing the original Grand's biscuits. Can of cream of chicken soup. You could do cream of celery, cream of mushroom. Some milk of choice. You could do almond milk as well. And then for seasonings, we're just gonna do some salt and pepper, some garlic powder, and some onion powder. All right, let's get it put together. The first thing you're gonna wanna do is cut up only 2 of the biscuits if you wanna make it like I make it. So the way that I do it is I only cut 2 biscuits and I'm gonna take those pieces and mix them in with the casserole, but then I take the remaining 6 and put those biscuits on top. I think it just looks really fun and my family loves to just have that full biscuit, but you could also just cut up all the biscuits and have all the pieces and just mix them in, and then it would become a true bubble up casserole where you see just some of the pieces of the biscuits rise within it. Either way, this is so delicious and everybody in my family loves it and gets so excited for it. I do know that they make a gluten-free version of the biscuits as well, so if you're a gluten-free family, you could certainly sub for that. I haven't made this with ground beef because it's kind of the whole chicken pot pie concept, but I actually think this would be really good with any type of protein. Ground chicken, ground beef, ground turkey. There's so many possibilities here, and this is just such a cozy comfort winter family meal. I just remembered that I normally cover the casserole dish with tin foil so that the top of the biscuits don't get too cooked before the bottom is cooked. So I'm gonna take it out really quickly. I undercutted the time anyway just to check on them, but I'm gonna take it out and just check the status of the biscuits and add some tin foil if we need to. Okay, definitely put the tin foil on because they are perfectly golden on the top, but very doughy on the bottom. So I'm gonna put the tin foil on, pop those back in till the bottoms of the biscuits are done, and then we should be good to go. Tonight's dinner is a really fun one because we are going to do a taco croissant casserole. It is so tasty. I like to do some type of Taco Tuesday night, maybe on another night. It's Thursday today, but we like to do some variation of tacos. So it'd be taco soup, turkey tacos, chicken tacos, taco casserole that we're gonna make tonight, or just regular old tacos. So this is a fun one to add to that rotation for your own families. Let me grab the ingredients. Okay, here's what we're gonna need. We're gonna take some ground beef. You could do ground turkey or ground chicken. We're gonna cook that in the skillet with some diced green bell pepper and some diced onion. If your kids don't like bell pepper, you could totally omit that. You could even add a can of Rotel to it as well. Once you get that nice and cooked, we're gonna add the taco seasoning. So make your taco meat base that your family likes. And then we're gonna take 2 cans of crescent rolls and you're gonna line up, I'll show you the crescent rolls around your dish. If you have a pizza pan, that would be perfect for this. I'm just adjusting because this is what I have. It's in an oval shape. It should work just fine. I've made it several times. So we're gonna lay out our crescent rolls, fill it with the meat mixture, and then we're gonna add some Mexican cheese on top or whatever cheese of choice your family likes. Then we're gonna roll them back up on top and bake that in the oven. And then once that's done, I'm gonna put in the center of it some shredded lettuce, and then I'm gonna cut up a tomato and put that in as well. This is such a fun dinner. Let's get it made. After you get your veggies prepped, you're gonna go ahead and put those in the pan, and I just like to cook them for 2 minutes, maybe 3 minutes before I add the meat in. But the next step will be to add the meat in. At this point, my oldest son, Charlie, who's 12 years old, got home from middle school. And so he wanted to help out, and he loves to cook. So he saw me doing the meat chopper. And so he came over and took over for me. And it's just really nice. I love when my kids want to help out when Steven and I are making dinner, and they're learning those independent skills and things like that. And Charlie has become quite the chef. He has made some recipes for us that are actually turned out really, really good. And that's always kind of an exciting thing too, when your kids reach that age when they cook something and you're not terrified to take a bite of it. So that's an exciting time in our house. So then after you get everything cooked, you're just gonna add the taco seasoning, and it's just like you're making taco meat. You're just making normal taco meat, and then you're gonna take that, and I'm gonna show you with the crescent roll how we're gonna add it in. Something to note with the crescent roll, if the thought of putting them out in the shape of a ring and folding them over seems just too time consuming, I totally get that. It actually goes really, really quick, I promise. But if you don't care about it looking fun in that wreath shape, you could just lay it out flat at the bottom of the pan. Take one of the cans, lay it out flat in the bottom of the pan, fill it up with all the meat, and then take the second can and lay it on top so it almost just looks like a pie, like a taco pie. That's another option for you as well. And you could actually fit a lot more of the stuffing if you did it that way. Halfway through, I removed the tin foil and stuck it back in for the second half of the cooking. And as you can see, it gets nice and golden browned really quickly. All you have to do is take a fork or a knife and just go to the bottom of it to make sure the bottom dough has been cooked. But we like to add shredded lettuce, tomatoes to the top of ours, keep it really simple. And then the kids will do a little bit of sour cream on top of it once it's on their plate. But avocado is good on this. You could put more cheese on the top. The possibilities are endless with this one. Happy Friday! We have made it to the final weeknight dinner of the week. For our family, it is so tempting and just easy to want to order that takeout on Friday. Annie says hello to you guys. She wants takeout tonight too, but we are not gonna get takeout. What I like to do for a Friday night dinner is make it extra fun. So I'm gonna do a pizza pasta with you guys. It's easy, it's healthy, it is way less expensive than ordering takeout, and it's a good replacement for that pizza night that you wanna have with your family. Let me grab the ingredients and we'll get it started. Okay, as you can see, this is a very low ingredient dinner, which makes it even easier. So I like to use the Protein Plus pasta. We're gonna use the one that has that nice little corkscrew funness to it for a Friday. They have a pini that I like as well, so it gets that extra protein. And then in addition to that, for our meat, I'm gonna cut up some turkey pepperoni to go inside of it, and then I'll also set some on top. And then for cheese, we're just gonna do some mozzarella. You could omit this, you could do it just vegetarian, you could use a different cheese, you could do Italian cheese or cheddar, whatever cheese your family prefers. And then I'm gonna do some Prego spaghetti sauce because this is what we have on hand. Sometimes I make it with pizza sauce as well. Either one will be great. All right, let's get this going. This pasta is so fun and my kids love helping me make it. But this is one thing that's really fun if you have little kids. They can help you put the toppings on. And so as you saw, I cut up most of the turkey pepperoni. I did save some because I like to do a layer of it on top of the pasta once we put the cheese down. But you could do any type of combination in here with the vegetables and the proteins. You could put chicken in here. You could put ground meat in here. I do a little bit of a slightly varied version of it and I call it spaghetti pasta. And I just do the ground beef with the spaghetti sauce. And so there's just, you know, these recipes, we can just tweak a tiny little thing and all of a sudden it's a completely different dinner for your family. But as you just saw, I did a little bit of Parmesan cheese and then I topped it with the mozzarella. And then I'm going to come back with some more pepperonis. And then all we have to do is pop it in the oven. The pasta's already cooked. And so we're just trying to get it hot enough for the marinara sauce to be hot enough and for the pepperonis to cook a little bit extra and the cheese to melt. And then it is just ready to go. And something that I forgot to film and show you guys is that this pairs really well with a Caesar salad or just a side salad or some type of veggie on the side. I always do a veggie on the side for our dinners and some type of a fruit, but I forgot to film that part, so I am so sorry. Imagine a Caesar salad on the side of this delicious dinner. Thank you so much for watching. I hope this video gave you some good ideas that you can do with your own families. If you're new, I hope you hit that subscribe button and stick around. Cheers to the weekend. Bye.